What is up, Arrow fans? It's Tim here, and today, me and Earth Eagle GT,
What's up, guys?
we are going to review Arrow Season 2, The Promise, and it was a pretty good episode. What were your thoughts on it?
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. It really got more into character development and plot, which I really like about this season. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, I can say the same. I liked how they kept it a lot with the flashbacks and a lot of character development on the flashbacks too.
Hmm.
And I like how they're kind of showing, like, we haven't really seen Arrow or, like Oliver gain like his arrow, like his whole skills and like the scars. Because like when he comes back from the island, he's freaking the man. Like he can use the arrow perfectly.
Hmm.
Like he has all the scars. And now I think like with the third season, they're gonna start like burning his body. Like when he comes back with all the scars on his body. I
Hmm.
think those scars we're gonna see him getting those in like the third season. Because like now that he's trapped with Deathstroke, like obviously Deathstroke is gonna torture him. So I think that's what we're gonna see. And overall, yeah, the whole episode was really good. I wanted to know who knocked out. Who's the guy that was gonna shoot Deathstroke at the very end? Slade
Oh,
Wilson.
uh, John. I think that's his first name.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, the black
Well,
guy. I guess.
yeah, yeah, we'll just call him that. I want to know who knocked him out. I don't know if that was like part of the Suicide Squad or maybe someone important, or it could just been a normal thug. But overall, I really did enjoy the episode. What are your thoughts on Slade Wilson and the whole like him setting up the cameras around, like the
Um, I, I thought that was really smart of him. I thought he was more or less gonna try to kill the family this episode because they were really building up to him possibly doing anything. But it makes a lot more sense that he kind of wants to learn more about the family and probably get more close to the family, and then like torture Ollie with that.
yeah, he was really hitting on Mrs. Queen too.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, maybe something's gonna go on there. And I thought that was pretty interesting at the very end. I'm like, wow, he actually set up cameras everywhere. They showed us like where he put them. And yeah, overall, I think Slade Wilson's such a great character. Like the way he's taking it slow, kind of wanting to like learn about them and then like attack them where their weaknesses are. And I like how he's kind of been behind the whole controversy with like Brother Blood and everything. But I want to know how the Suicide Squad is going to play a role with Deathstroke because I'm pretty sure Deathstroke and Suicide Squad have nothing to do with each other. Because if you saw in the preview, you kind of hear Amanda Waller like, "Oh, there's Deathstroke. We want to get a hold of him."
Hmm.
And this is a little bit off topic. I know I should probably be saving this for something else. But in the preview, me and Earth Eagle were talking about this before. You can kind of see Harley Quinn's like she's in a cell. You can see her from the back view. We don't know. It's not confirmed that she's Harley Quinn, but she was in the containment, like where all the Suicide Squad members were. And guys, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can't show you a picture right now, but if you did see the preview, I think Harley Quinn is in the Arrow universe and is actually with Amanda Waller. So,
Hmm.
I mean, what are your thoughts on Harley Quinn being in this universe?
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense now because when we were talking in the picture before, I just noticed that three out of the three out of the six of them aren't even like dressed up. So maybe these are three of them are just not in their like costumes or outfits yet. So I definitely think that I think there could be a possibility. I don't know like who owns the rights, like the embargoes and stuff like that. But I could definitely see her in the show, and that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, if they gain the rights, then I could see that happening. But maybe they don't have the rights, so they're kind of just teasing us
Hmm.
with like this little back view of her and not actually showing her name.
Hmm.
But either way, it's pretty awesome. Like teasing it or not, I enjoyed it.
Okay, just to know that
Um,
she's in the universe and stuff.
yeah, exactly. And like Harley Quinn is an exact reference to Batman and the Joker, and they really are expanding, and that's something I wouldn't have expected. Like seeing Arrow season 1, Arrow season 2 just completely expanded the DC universe. But on the topic of Slade Wilson, when Slade Wilson and Roy Harper were handshaking, you could instantly tell they had the Maricou in both of them. I thought
Hmm.
that was pretty interesting. And I like how at the end, it's like, at first it was Oliver and his family, and then Oliver sort of gathered up, like, quote-unquote, Teen Arrow, which I don't enjoy that name, by the way. I liked how we saw, like, Black Canary come in, or whatever I guess she's Black Canary, and Oliver, and then Roy Harper, like, those three were just kind of, like, teaming up on Slade, like, get the hell out of here. So I like that. And I also enjoyed, this is awesome, Roy Harper like learning how to use a bow.
Yeah.
I mean, like, at least he's practicing and wants to gain it. He's obviously gaining more control than Marikyu, but you
Hmm.
can tell, like, how he was shaking a little bit when he heard about Deathstroke. Like, he still has that problem, but he's definitely understanding it more, and I can't wait till he masters the bow and can finally put on that red suit of his, and I don't know what they're going to call him, but I hope they call him either Speedy or Red Arrow, not just, like, Arrow's sidekick or something gay like that.
Yeah, I'm hoping Red Arrow will be like what they choose.
Yeah, I would take Red Arrow because they do mention Speedy a lot, but like that's not his nickname. It's Oliver's sister's nickname.
Yeah, unless they like kill her off and he's like, I'm gonna take on this name, but that'd be kind of weird. But I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, yeah, I can maybe see that happening. It would kind of be like, whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else happened this episode. We got the flashbacks that we got.
Hmm.
It was mostly around Slade Wilson. I thought we were gonna see when they showed us like the 3-minute preview. Did you see that? The
Yeah.
3-minute preview. It's called like the Full Circle. I guess that was actually for the rest of the season, not just this episode, because they also have like the Huntress is gonna be coming soon with the Birds of Prey. I think we only have 3 episodes left. It's the next episode's focused on the Suicide Squad, and the episode after that is focused on the Birds of Prey with like the Huntress, and the last episode is focused on Deathstroke.
Yeah,
So
because they took away that Flash episode, right? Like they took that
yeah,
out the
yes,
roster.
the Flash was supposed to be in the last episode. They took him out, and now they're just going right to his pilot because he just did so well with critics with his first 2 episodes. So I guess that's why. But now that I think of the preview, it's called Full Circle, so I'm guessing like everything is coming together. Um, so on your thoughts on the flashback, what do you think is going to happen? Like they thought they were going to escape. They've been on the island for 2 years now.
I I never thought they were gonna escape. Like I feel like it's never. What I was expecting is I forget her name, but the Black Canary. I thought she was gonna die this episode or something. Cause and how I figured that Slade was gonna die this episode and she was gonna die this episode. I didn't think anything that like Slade was gonna take over the ship and not the trip, the ship and like start like keeping all the prisoners hostage and stuff like that. I never thought he would ever do that.
Oh, that was awesome. The moment he got shot, did he get shot where his chest was, or
I,
did he actually just get shot in bare skin?
I don't. It was like it was like in his chest area. I'm not sure where exactly he shot, but yeah, he just like shot him dead on, and he just kept walking, and then I don't know what he did to that guy. He kind of like smashed his face in or something.
Yeah, he pushed his skull in to the point of death, and I was like, damn, that's something. That was intense. I thought that like immediately everyone was like, okay, we're not messing with this guy. I'm surprised they didn't like. We're like, holy crap, he just got hit with a bullet and didn't even do anything. I mean, I guess they knew he had the Marikyu, but so oh yeah, thoughts on like Black Canary. So now that they're kind of separated, I think that with like the third season and the third season flashbacks is going to be more focused on Slade Wilson and Oliver, because like now that Black Canary, like that it's not Sarah. Yeah, Sarah.
Sarah.
Like, she actually dies and goes in like to the Lazarus pit. I think it's not confirmed that she does that, but I think it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, I think she dies. Yeah, she does die one because I remember Ollie said, I can't have you dying again or something again," which what I was thinking that she was gonna pass away. That's why he was so surprised when he saw her. So,
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, I don't know how I don't know when we're gonna see that. Like, we still haven't really. We gotta remember, like, we still have like the League of Assassins. Like, they weren't really that big a part of like this season, but they're obviously gonna have to come back. Like, we haven't seen Ra's al Ghul, but the name has been mentioned more than once, so we all know he's there. So I'm guessing that whenever we find out, I'm guessing the third season, maybe like the end of the third season, is gonna be focused on Ra's al Ghul, and then we're gonna see like Sarah Lance is gonna die, go to the Lazarus pit. We're gonna see like how when she came out and everything. But do you think they're ever gonna like use the Lazarus pit for any other character? Well, obviously we already got Malcolm Merlin. He's also back. God, Arrow has so much different parts of like everything. Like we got Ra's al Ghul,
yeah.
Malcolm Merlin, we got like Deathstroke, and then we have the Suicide Squad. Like there's 4 different paths, all the different like.
And then like Birds of Prey, whatever that's gonna turn into.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like things are sort of coming together in this episode or in like the end of the season. But I hope during the third season they kind of bring everything together just to get everything like kind of understood.
Yeah. what I'm hoping for the third season, I hope they bring in the League of Assassins because I feel like they're gonna clear up all the side plots right of this season, not all the Slade stuff and not everything of the Canary, but I feel like next season is really gonna exploit more on that, and then we're gonna get a lot more crossovers with like the Flash universe, which is what I'm really wanting, and I can't wait till next season because it's gonna be something. Because we're gonna get all these other people with powers, and then Solomon Grundy is gonna come back to life next season probably.
Oh yeah, well they had the Grundy reference. Was that like? Did we actually get see him? I don't
Yeah,
remember
because he
that.
he didn't. Yeah, he was like that guy that they first injected. Because he didn't. I didn't really think he ever really died. They kind of just threw acid on his face and just like stuff fell on him. He wasn't exactly dead. And that's where the thing like he rose on like the seventh or whatever that like phrase is. So I feel like if we don't see him by the end of this season, we're definitely gonna see him next season.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do that. Cause I mean, the only Solomon Grundy I like is the one that's freaking huge, like
hmm
the Arkham City version of him. I mean,
they're probably gonna have him like rotted and all that, and then we still have all the brother blood storyline that's still happening.
yeah. Well, the Brother Blood sort of is connected with Deathstroke,
Yeah.
so they sort of connected those. But yeah, you were talking about Solomon Grundy, and I had something on my head, totally forgot about it. But on the topic of Solomon Grundy, do you think they're gonna like literally his size is equivalent to like bigger than the Hulk? Like, do you think they'll do that, or do you think they'll stick with like a kind of smaller version?
Yeah, I think they're stick to what like the guy that they had. He was pretty like in average. He was a pretty big guy. I don't think they're gonna go any bigger. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how much they're gonna stress like people actually having superpowers and abilities and stuff like that. Because he could end up getting bigger, but I feel like it would be like if he got bigger, why didn't Slade or what's his name? Well, Red Arrow. Why aren't they getting bigger? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of confusing because that's not obviously his main origin, Solomon Grundy.
hmm
But if they do have him, I hope they kind of mention like, okay, so like they say, okay, this guy is diseased. He took the Maracu the wrong way. He's just gonna expand and grow into this monster. I
hmm
hope Arrow kind of fights him off,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he gets like he just goes away, and then like they look on the news, he's like creature found in Gotham or something, just so they could like, because he is like a Batman villain in like some cases. So that'd be kind of cool if he fights him off, and then like next thing they know, he's in Gotham, and they're like, okay, they can take care of it or something like that. I mean, that would be an awesome reference. But you mentioned that you would like to see a Flash and Arrow crossover. I said this like thousands of times before. I think they should bring back the Suicide Squad to bring Arrow and Flash together, because the Suicide Squad is like the best way to do it. Because the Suicide Squad, they can add new members. They can add the Flash villains. Because
hmm
Captain Cold and Captain Boomerang, or no, yeah, Captain Cold and Captain Boomerang have both been the Suicide Squad in the comics.
Yeah.
So they can have those two characters, once they get the character development on the Flash show, come together for the Suicide Squad, and they can have a crossover. And like I don't know how they're gonna do it, but the Flash season 3 and Arrow, no, yes, the Flash season 1 and Arrow season 3 are gonna play around the same time, right? Octoberish.
hmm I
So
think so. Yeah.
are they gonna play like, let's say Arrow is gonna be from 8 to 9 and Flash from 9 to 10?
I don't know if they're gonna do that or they're gonna have it on like two separate days. It would be really interesting, and then like everything kind
Yeah,
of tied in. If it was like hour to hour, that'd be really cool actually. But
yeah,
yeah,
because that
I don't know.
yeah, I always thought about that. I was gonna make a video, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll just save it for this. And I was like, that's kind of awesome. Like maybe 2 hours just straight superhero. I mean, if they did that, then when the crossover came, they could just have like a 2 hour straight 2 hour thing. And maybe like if they're gonna do a crossover, let's say they are on two different days, like Tuesday, Wednesday, then they can just put it all on one day, just so they can have a 2 hour like show instead of separating it. And I would like that.
Yeah, yeah, I don't. I'm just excited to see whatever they decide to do because there's so many interesting storylines, especially this season of Arrow. They've really done all these different types of stories, and with Brother Blood to Solomon Grundy to more about Red Arrow to Black Canary to Slade to Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad, all that type of stuff. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, they really are touching on everything, and they drop a lot of Easter eggs. People don't notice, but like there was a Blue Beetle Easter egg, a Blue Devil Easter egg.
hmm
There has been a
This
Batman.
Yeah, Batman and Robin one. That was
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean that like God, Arrow, like, I don't even remember any really good Easter egg. Oh, the Amazo. Of course, Dr. Ivo is the creator of Amazo.
Oh,
Amazo's...
we didn't even talk about what happened to him at the end of the episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good reference. Good, you know what I mean. Yeah, I thought that was pretty insane. Like, I thought he was actually going to kill him. I like how I mean, I guess he's going to torture Dr. Ivo, because we do know that in the present day, he is dead, or at least Oliver said he was dead. So... I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but I liked how he cut off his arm. I always wanted Roy Harper's arm to get cut off in like season 4, but well, I'm not getting into that. But so, what were your thoughts on him cutting off his arm?
Well, can I just start by saying what I really enjoyed about this episode, we got to know more about Ivo and like why he's doing what he's doing. He's doing it for his wife who has Alzheimer's, I want to say. I think that's or something like that.
Yeah, something.
And it's really I love when villains think that whatever they're doing is like the best the best possible thing and everybody else is wrong because it makes you feel more for a character. Like we got to know more with this. He reminded me a lot of Mr. Freeze in the Batman and Robin movie where it was like he was doing it for like his wife and stuff.
Yeah, I like when villains have a reason to do what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. And they're not just like crazy and just like blowing up stuff for no reason.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like the Joker.
yeah, but I mean, I really I enjoyed him in this episode. I thought he was gonna die. I thought that whole performance of when Slade told him to show me how you shot Shadow. I thought he was gonna actually shoot him or make him shoot him or something. I didn't think Slade was gonna like stab. I thought Slade was gonna kill him and stab. I didn't think he was gonna cut his hand off, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like he's really like. I mean, I know he lost a loved one, but he is torturing people now. I mean, he's not like torture is worse than death. And
yeah, he could just because he wanted to find the antidote for her. And I still the only thing I didn't understand. He said he found the antidote. I don't know how that serum could undo Alzheimer's, but I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know what that was about, but yeah, he's obviously creating something. But I do like Dr. Ivo as a character. I mean, I'm kind of upset because, like, you know, like they said, he's died in the present day. I always thought that Dr. Ivo would be the one that gives, because he works with the body and, like, messing with it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what he was going to give, not Sour Lance, or, I mean, the Cry, the black... Sorry, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, my mic fell off. Like I was saying, I thought because he works with the body, he would be the one that gives Sarah Lance the Cry. And obviously, she doesn't have it because she would have used it by now.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that, like, let's say he never died, like he actually still is in this universe,
Mm-hmm.
which he is very possible now with the Lazarus Pit and everything. Like, who's the other Lance? Sarah Lance and
I don't know the other. I can't remember the name.
well, let's just call her Bitch Lance because everyone hates her right now.
Yeah.
So maybe Bitch Lance is coming in, and she would get abducted by Dr. Ivo. He would like work on her, and then she would come back with the scream.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of coming back with the scream, maybe she came back with a year's worth of fighting skills or something. Because I have no clue. It's so confusing what they're doing with Black Canary. Black Canary is supposed to be one of the best fighters in the DC universe. Literally, like it's mentioned several times,
Mm-hmm.
and neither Sarah or the other Bitch Lance show the skills of one of the best fighters in the DC
Well,
universe.
I thought Sarah showed a little bit on the that one episode where her lesbian lover came. She showed a little bit on that, and then she showed her like acrobatic abilities this episode. So I mean,
yeah.
I'm more curious to see. I'm guessing she learns all that from like the League of Assassins, but what they're gonna do with her next season.
Yeah, I think now that like they're separated, I think I don't know how she's gonna run into League of Assassins, which I think is gonna be actually pretty damn awesome. Because like remember she said like the reason she fell in love with that girl or Ra's al Ghul's daughter is because she was the only one with him her. You know, like she is the only one. Like people need affection. So when these two girls were alone, like they just fell in love. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing the third season she'll be with her,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna learn about how she gets a little bit more fighting skills.
Yeah,
with, like,
yeah.
League of Assassins.
What?
I mean, she has. What were you saying?
No, you can finish your thought.
She has a very interesting storyline. Like first, she wakes up. She's with Dr. Ivo for a year. Then she's with Arrow for a year, and now she's going to League of Assassins. She's pretty much everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, what were you saying?
What I was kind of thinking, maybe I might just be thinking way too much into this, but now she's trapped on an island with a bunch of people who have been tortured for who knows how long, who hasn't seen a woman in how long. I don't know if there's going to be a point where like stuff goes a little bit too far, and that's where like the League of Assassins swoops in, and she might be. I might just be overthinking. She might be done with the guys because like all these guys are just trying to like do stuff to her, and then she
I
goes
got
with
you,
the
yeah.
other girl. Yeah. So I don't know if that will play a part in it or not. If she'll get saved by the League of Assassins at one point. Because I feel like something's gonna happen. Because like I said, she's the only woman on the island full of like prisoners and inmates and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that. I mean, I don't know if they'll go that route because it's very deep and
Hmm.
very like, it's just appropriate, I guess you could say,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
mature. If they did, I would love that. I like that would bring really good character development into the
yeah.
character.
That'd
Like,
be a lot more deeper and stuff like that too.
yeah, like you would really understand like when you get like that trauma, especially something that's serious. Like you don't really see that often. I hope they go that route. I don't know. Like they probably depend like if they do, they probably would do it very lightly. Like they wouldn't really express it as much as they could. They'll
Yeah.
just get the point across.
Hmm.
Because like they don't want to have all these guys like saying, "Oh, we're gonna rape you right now."
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're not gonna do that. But they will do
'Cause-
something close to
yeah,
it.
I know because the guy that was choking her, he's on the island with her right now. Because they showed him, so that's
Yeah. What was that about?
I don't I think because he made a comment earlier because all it was like she was helping us. He's like, well, I didn't hear her scream, so I guess he was thinking like she was helping him and like you just watched us get tortured and stuff. But I don't know. He ended up getting off the boat anyway.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So what are your final thoughts on this episode? Like, what would you rate it out of 1 to 10?
well, I have one question before that with the episode. I'm
Hmm.
still confused why Ollie thinks that Shadow's death is his fault. Because when I saw the episode, I didn't really take it as he dove in front of Sarah and not Ollie. And when then he shot Shadow, I was taking it more as like he dove in and it's like shoot me. I didn't think he was like picking sides.
Yeah, I mean, he is taking the blame. Like when you watch that episode, like he really didn't choose anybody.
Yeah, and then
To be honest.
Sarah's like, "Oh, you chose me," and it's like, I don't really think he chose anyone. I think he was more or
Yeah.
less choosing himself. But how I took it, I thought Ivo was never going to shoot Sarah because he knows her. I thought he was going to shoot Shadow all along. So I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. That was just like a
because
big
Ivo
question.
has the connection to Sarah,
Hmm.
so maybe Ivo didn't want her dead. Like you gotta think about it. I think this whole like who choose who,
Hmm.
it's really just it's not really. It didn't really happen.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it just escalated a lot.
yeah, it overdid itself because like if Slade didn't have the Maracu, do you think he would understand where Oliver's coming from?
Yeah, and Oliver, he didn't really explain it like that well. He's like, I did choose, but it's like you didn't choose. You just ran straight the middle. You didn't like say I choose her. You didn't like get in front of anyone. You just kind of just went towards him. So I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
he himself said he like choose. Like you didn't choose. Like what are you talking about? Like if I was him, I would have been like, no, I didn't choose anybody. I wanted myself dead.
Hmm.
I mean,
That would have been the more logical thing to do too, because Slade wouldn't have blamed. He would have just killed Ivo right there on the spot too.
yeah, I mean, that is very confusing. I think most people do agree that like no one was technically chosen, but
Hmm.
I mean, it's a big deal because if he didn't choose anybody, then Slade wouldn't even be trying to kill his entire family.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I wish they made it a little bit more obvious that he did choose, but technically, if he did say he chose, then he did. So
Hmm.
I guess that's true. And now that Slade saw that like her and Sarah are together and like when they were in the house together,
Oh,
you could
yes. Slade's surprise face was the funniest thing, because he was just like, "What?" He was so shocked, and I thought it was hilarious.
that was I was like he was like, "Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me." Like she's back from the dead and she's with him. Like he was like pissed. And I thought, do you know the one last thing? At the very end when you saw the inside of his eye,
Yeah, that
that was
was
very
intense. Yeah,
detailed. I was like, I saw it at first. I'm like, did I just see that? I mean, do you watch The Walking Dead?
yeah.
Do you ever see inside? There was that one episode, I think the last episode, where you saw inside the governor's eye.
Hmm.
I mean, of course, The Walking Dead's always a little bit more brutal and more. I guess they can make more money, so they can make more detailed.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like Deathstroke's inside of his eye just looked like an empty hole. It was weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like, let's say he got an arrow stabbed through his eye, you think it would be like, the back of the eye would have like a scar on it
Yeah,
almost.
which I was thinking like earlier with the Ivo. He said I have to take someone's eye out for the experiment. Maybe what I'm thinking now, I'm thinking he's using Slade. Slade saying he can experiment on him. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he took an arrow to the eye because yeah, like what you said, like it would be a lot more because like how it looked like just his eyeball was scooped out, which would make a lot more sense for like what
Yeah,
Ivo was experimenting with. So that was my thoughts on that thing.
yeah, but I think didn't Oliver say that he himself did shoot him in the eye?
I think yeah, I think he did, but I'm just saying because like
Yeah,
it doesn't look like it at all. It's just kind of
yeah,
like
it looks like Doctor Ivo scooped his
yeah,
eyeball.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it looked I don't know it didn't look like he got shot in the eye, but it looked awesome. I
Hmm.
gotta admit. I mean I was pretty surprised that they did that, and I was like, oh, I love that. So yeah, so what would you rate this on a scale from 1 to 10, or do you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. It was a really good episode, really good setup.
Character development.
Yeah, I loved Slade. Slade was my favorite part of this episode, especially with the flashbacks towards the end when he's like the serum's affecting you. He's like, I don't care. I thought that was really good. I thought it was really
Yeah,
cool.
acting was good. I thought acting was good for Oliver when he was on the faking the true serum.
Hmm.
Like I didn't I liked how they didn't tell us that he was faking it till after.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this show in general just has like a lot of fantastic actors. So
Oh yeah, they definitely. I feel like, yeah, I like Roy Harper. He's probably one of my favorite characters. I think he's very good at
oh
acting.
yeah he does a fine job too.
Hmm. So my final thoughts. I thought this was a great episode. Definitely something we needed with Slade Wilson. Like this is the episode we deserved, especially because everyone loves Slade, and we finally got really good character development on him. I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10. I just really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah. So it's time that we hear the viewers' thoughts in the comment section down below on The Promise, Season 2, Episode, what is it now, 10? 12?
Somewhere like that, yeah.
Yeah, someone like that. So yeah, just comment down below on your thoughts of this Arrow episode, and if you want us to do more reviews like this, then click that like button. So thank you for watching, and guys, please check out Earth Eagle GT's channel. He
Yep.
does some great comic book videos. He is awesome, and his link will be in the description box down below. So yeah, definitely check it out and subscribe. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to both of us, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.